G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Starfield. We're aboard our ship, the Frontier, but we're still docked to the UC Vigilance. We've just seen the commander of the UC Vigilance and he's asked us to do a bit of an undercover mission to try and take down the pirates known as the Crimson Fleet. So that's what we're going to be doing, I suspect, for the next several episodes, and I've opted to leave behind any of our companions because I feel like they'll probably get in the way, and to top that off, we might actually have a few dubious decisions that we might need to make, which may anger a few people, so some people might not like you know, the things that we have to do. So, yeah, anyway. Let's just see if we can store a few things here. Can we store some resources? Just looking at the ship's carry capacity here, we do have a bit more space to work with. So, I'm hoping that I can let go of a few things. But I'm really sort of questioning what is actually causing us to have so much weight here. We've got a few different things that are taking up some space. I might just quickly eat all of the foods and all that sort of stuff, you know. We've got the survey data, which I accidentally picked up. Wonder where survey data is kept. Was Maheo survey data, right? Would it be in here? No, maybe in notes. Yeah, here we go. There's a whole bunch of survey data that we have, which maybe I'll just sort into the ship. It doesn't really weigh anything, but I'll move it across anyway. Alright, cool. So there's a few bits and pieces in here that also take up a little bit of space, so I'm not entirely sure if I really want to be carrying all of this stuff, because we seem to be able to find all of these books anyway. Let's see.
Yes?
Okay. So... Oh, did I accidentally pick this stuff up? Maybe I did. My bad, guys. It was supposed to be the other way around. Notes. Here we go. Yeah, if we have any other survey data, I'll try and drop it off. But anyway, we'll leave that there and we'll try and eat stuff. Okay, alien jerky, alien stew, restores 20 health, plus 100 damage resistance for 12 minutes. That's actually pretty good. So I suppose cooked dishes definitely give you a lot of benefits. Okay, better persuasion chance after drinking some wine. Love it. What about stuff like this? Do we want to store ingredients that we want to use? Maybe. Okay, apparently we didn't really have too much food. The battle meals, as I said, might be handy. We'll try and keep those. Perhaps, maybe, might be a good idea for us to drop a few things off in like safes and stuff like that. Let's maybe try to go to our personal safe. Is there a personal safe in the cockpit or in the captain's quarters? I can't remember now. There's a locker.
I'm working hard, Captain.
Good for you. Good for you. Alright, there's a storage crate here with 150 mass. We could leave a whole bunch of stuff in here. And I'm inclined to maybe chuck some of this stuff in here. So why don't we go with that. Then we'll go... Heart Plus. I think we're using Heart Plus, or... No, actually, we're using Hypolita. Okay. Med packs. Definitely want to leave some med packs behind. I think we carry way too many. Actually... Wait a second, no, that has no weight anyway, so maybe we can actually leave it in there. Synapse Alpha. Enhances reasoning and reflexes, improving problem-solving skills. Alright, why don't we store some of that. Trauma pack. We are using these, but I think we can let go of some. Battle meal packs. Yeah, okay. So what I might do is something like this. So we'll do 4 of them. When we consume one, we'll need to come back here and pick up some more. Alright, we're at 106 here. Anything else we can try and get rid of? Yeah, I think Heart Plus. Yeah, let's store 14 of them. 105. Yeah, okay, looking good. I think that's probably going to be the best that we can do for now. So let's head to the cockpit. Just want to take a look around the cockpit here. Ah, yes, here we go. Captain's locker. I could have used that instead, but anyway. Let's not worry about it too much. Okay, let's undock. And we need to make our way to Sidonia. Specifically the Trade Authority. There's someone waiting for us there. And we need to essentially try and sell her the Aurora, or get her to sell the Aurora to the pirates or something like that, and we need to make contact that way. So let's do it. Okay, that screenshot right there, that loading screenshot, looks pretty ominous. Reminds me of a scene from Aliens, but I'm also wondering whether or not there's anything we can sell right now. Extended mag auto rivet. Do I want to keep this? Maybe not. Maybe I'll get rid of the auto rivet. Give us a little bit more weight to work with. Sell from our inventory. There we go. That kind of looks cool. Do we have another Razorback? I don't think we do. Maybe I can let it go for now though, guys. We'll probably find more Razorbacks anyway, so... instigating Assassin's Calibrated Side Star. Maybe we'll try and use that sometime soon. Assassin's shoddy. Yeah, this is sort of weird, isn't it? A shotgun with a suppressor. Alright.
Anything I can help you with?
Let's get a move on. See the people at the Trade Authority, as much as we don't like these folks. I mustn't forget, I also need to bring 10 iron to that miner boss that we spoke to down here in Sidonia. So we'll try and do that. But perhaps maybe that's going to be after any of the undercover stuff that we do here. Anything interesting here? I suppose it would be stealing if we if we took anything from here, but that's alright. Let's leave it. Okay, so this is, I think, Souries Woden.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Octai? Who's that?
Octai and Bayar. He's the head of our Sidonia branch. If you want to do some trading, he's the one you need to be talking to. I'm busy.
Well, I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Take a look at this sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Guess the people that told me you were the best were wrong.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak a kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
I have to pay you just to find out where to sell my shipment?
You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up.
Alright, 1,000 creds is nothing, so let's do it.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Of course you did.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Alright. Cool, well, at least we got the contact. Now we just need to go to the Broken Spear. Hopefully it's going to be relatively easy to find this guy, unlike looking for Dr. Pierce. Let's see.
In the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Ah, great. I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo.
Oh yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out?
Saris Bowden said you could help me move some of this, Aurora.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
God damn it. Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. and leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
Saoirse never said anything about that.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
Okay, we're definitely dealing with a pleasant chap, aren't we? Alright, mate. I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Alright. So, we've got to retrieve this debt. Hopefully, violence won't be involved, and perhaps maybe we can persuade him to pay, or... I mean, if push comes to shove, I don't really want to kill an innocent if we can, so... Maybe we can even, you know, pay off his debt for him. I mean, it really depends on how big this debt is as well, because it's not like I want to spend all of my creds paying everyone's debt for them. Alright. Let's go in here and... Ah, here he is. Okay, good times. Let's see what happens here. Carl Fielding.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, it does look like the most miserable person here.
Well, either way, can't keep them here forever.
I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler?
Yes, that one.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
Pay now, or Deimos will be sending your corpse home in a casket.
Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Why are you hurting so badly for credits?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
Adler thinks you spent all the money on booze.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Alright, well, let's try and persuade him here. I'm tired of playing games.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Pay up. If not for you, do it for the sake of your family.
What? Oh my god. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
How's everything with you?
Alright.
I'm feeling all right.
3,000 creds. Okay,
I've been seeing a
it's
therapist
not
lately.
too bad, I
That's
suppose, if we had to pay it, but I'm much happier now that I've actually managed to get the debt off of him. Can we talk to him again?
You got what you wanted. Why can't you just leave me in peace?
I will leave you in peace, my friend. Alright. Can't say that that felt good, and again, this is exactly the reason why we don't have any companions with us, because we don't really need them seeing us go through all of that sort of stuff. We've got a long-term goal, which we have to keep in mind here while we're undercover, so it's a means to an end. Again, trying not to kill innocents here as much as possible.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means
Have something for me?
Yep, 3,000 creds. Here.
Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
I thought getting the money would be enough.
Well, damn. If you want to make a name for yourself in this racket, you can't pull any punches. Still, you got my credits back, so it's not a complete loss. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
If you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. Alright, I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
8,000 creds for the Aurora. Nice. Okay, well, we've now got our pirate contact. This Maeva, was it? Naiva Mora. Okay, so we need to go to Europa, which is, if I'm not mistaken, like some kind of moon of Jupiter, right? So
Ever been to Aquila?
let's head there. And let's see if we can continue on with this undercover mission. And I sort of want to get rid of the undercover mission pretty quickly here, just so that we can get back to doing some of our normal stuff. I'm not entirely sure if there's a way for us to not blow our cover. Potentially there is, and we can just continue being friends with the pirates. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Vasco.
Hi. Please disregard. Time to push some G's.
Okay, so let's actually fast travel there.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
That's what I'm here for.
We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Why not hunt down Austin Rake yourself?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
Okay, so if we blow our cover with the Crimson Fleet, however way things pan out during the mission, then we could expect them to be trying to hunt us down constantly, maybe. But that's no different to our current situation with our wanted status and dealing with those mercs as well. A medical supply ship. Why not a ship with some actual loot?
This job isn't about the loot. But I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
Yeah, what options do I have to complete this job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Okay. Well, consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Alright, well, got to find the Ragana near Enceladus or whatever. Why do you want Austin Rake dead?
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean nobody, runs away from the fleet.
Sounds like a pleasant gang. How can you be certain that Austin Rake is on the Ragana?
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Alright, well, let's get going then. Alright, so find the Ragana near... I don't know how to pronounce this. Enceladus, maybe? But let's try and fast travel there. Enceladus. Which is not too far away from here.
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
You have a crewman on board I'm looking for.
All right. And what are your intentions with this crewman?
The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Okay. Let's try and persuade these guys. So, let's dock. And I might actually take a little bit of aid here. Something that's going to increase our charisma.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Okay, let's get up. And before we dock, we'll just take a look at our meds here. So, something that's going to give us an edge. I think I saw something called Paramore before. An enhancement to the Chem Hypolita, designed to push cognition beyond normal limits. Companion affinity increases faster for 10 minutes, plus 25 persuasion chance for 10 minutes. Maybe not that one, because that gives us a whole bunch of other buffs as well. For companion stuff. Plus 20% persuasion chance for 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, that's what we'll use. So let's head down there.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Well, actually, I can't really say down because we're going up here. From our ship's perspective, that is. But okay, let's use it now then. Okay, so these guys are not going to be hostile right now. They could turn hostile depending on our conversation here with these guys.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
I don't know who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Ooh, okay. I could persuade here. Let's try to avoid violence. So, the fleet wants Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
Deliver him to Sistef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Alright, so I guess Austin was that guy. Oh, okay, and there he goes, being all janky.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
Thank you for letting us go.
Can we talk to Austin?
Get to the key, be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
I'm sure. Alright, well, pleasant journey, fellows. Let's head back. Hopefully we don't get into trouble for resolving it that way. I mean, I'm trying to follow the SysDev code of ethics here. I mean, I could just blast my way through if I wanted to. Alright, so let's take a look here. Return to Naiva in Europa's orbit. I mean, if I really felt like being horrible, I could shoot down the ship right now after having, you know, done all of that and persuaded them and all that sort of stuff, but nah, I'll let them go. Let's return to Europa. Let's see what happens next.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Okay. We got Ecliptic here. That's what's going on. Alright, I was a little bit confused there.
Enemies grab drive.
Their shields are gone. Gone! Ha!
Okay, so I thought we were compromised, and that's why we're fighting, but they're actually fighting off some Ecliptic mercs here.
I don't think you need that grab drive.
Target's shields are down.
Yes! Their grab drive is out of commission.
Nice. Alright.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Why were you attacked by Ecliptic?
You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count.
Or it could be that they tried to intercept us here, because I think Ecliptic's the merc group that's trying to track us down for our wanted status. Okay, so do I want to go with I ran into some complications? Maybe I'll just lie. Austin Rake is dead. The Ragana survived.
Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Best decision you ever made.
Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, It's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Okay, cool. So now we get to go to the Crimson Fleet's operating area. But not so fast, obviously. We do have loot. Let's just grab all this stuff that's scattered around. And, yeah, I mean, look. As much as they're trying to threaten us all the time and make sure that we don't screw them over, I'm sure we can defend ourselves pretty easily against these guys if they do come for us eventually. Oh, actually that's not debris. I think it was just the one that we didn't really want to loot, so that's fine. Okay, so why don't we move on and okay, right, so we don't actually need to go straight to the Crimson Fleet. We need to go and report back to the UC Vigilance. Interesting. Right, well, I hope we're not being followed, but it seems really risky. It's kind of crazy that the Vigilance is here in this system and, you know, the Crimson Fleet is just hanging around in, you know, a certain section of the system. Alright. Let's try and dock here. Do we need to hail first, or?
Vessel ID acknowledged. Port 1 cleared for docking. Welcome home to the Vigilance.
Docking complete.
Okay, suppose I should just board. And do I need to take another hypo lighter here to try and, you know, just boost our persuasion if we need it?
I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave. Okay. Hello?
Pardon.
All right.
Do you have anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Any point in trying to get Ray to give up information on the fleet?
That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime? I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you.
Oh man. Alright, I thought he'd just get away, you know. I'm glad he surrendered. I didn't want to kill anyone, innocent or otherwise.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
Nice, okay. Didn't count on that, actually. Ecliptic doesn't have a problem with attacking the Crimson Fleet?
They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive.
That was a risky move.
But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet?
It does seem like I've passed their initial test.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Okay, well, everything's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Shouldn't I get off the Vigilance before my cover's blown?
The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence suites in the UC fleet. Nothing slips through. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet had any access to our whereabouts or have infiltrated our security, we'd know. As long as you're here, your identity is safe.
Okay, these guys are pretty confident. Who knows, they might have a mole aboard the Vigilance, but anyway. I mean, we could double-cross these guys if we wanted to still be part of the Crimson Fleet. I was told to meet Neva at the quay.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the quay. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Okay, cool. Let's have another chat with Lieutenant Toft here.
Things are progressing rather quickly. I'm sure the commander is pleased.
Why hold prisoners aboard the Vigilance when you could send them directly to prison?
2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
You mentioned the Vigilance is upgrading its shielding?
That's right. It's something we've requested a while ago, in preparation for a future conflict with the fleet. Once we finalize everything and run a few tests, we'll have the defenses needed for a jump to the Crick system when the time comes.
Do you have any detailed information about the Crimson Fleet?
Sure. We have a database of profiles you can read, which should help you ingratiate yourself with the group. However, The profiles are a guide, not gospel. Use what you can, fill in the blanks, and play off that. I imagine when you're done, you'll be able to generate far more accurate profiles than what we have in our system.
Why is it called the Crix system?
The system was originally called Alpha Ophiuchi, until a flag was planted there by Jasper Crix, the founder of the Crimson Fleet. Since it was crucial that space travelers avoided that system, navigators marked it as Crix on star maps as a warning. They could have just as easily labeled it Crimson Fleet, so I'm guessing the pirates themselves were responsible for spreading their leader's name. Over the years, people forgot the system's original designation and started calling it the Crix system. It's been that way ever since.
Okay, cool.
Good luck on the key.
Well, let's get going. My bad, guys. So the key is located in the Crix system, which is different to where we are currently because we're still in Seoul at the moment. Okay, so let's board the Frontier once more.
Captain.
Okay, and since we're here, I think what we can do is also just take a look at a few of those, I guess, notes that we received. I think they might be notes. Let's take a look here. Yeah, Crimson Fleet profiles. So let's start with Adler Kemp, age 45, personality hot-headed, competent, seasoned. Adler is a Crimson Fleet ship captain operating out of Sidonia. His hot-headed nature means Adler is easily provoked, which has gotten him into numerous scrapes. Despite this flaw, Adler is a seasoned ship captain, and in most cases, he can use his battle prowess to escape sticky situations. Addendum: as more information on Crimson Fleet captains is gathered, additional profiles will be added to Commander Ikande's office terminal. Okay. Next. Delgado, the leader of the Crimson Fleet, or current leader anyway. Clever, shrewd, careful, and calculating. Originally hailing from Aquila City, Delgado fell into crime at a young age despite being born into wealth. His parents exiled him in the hopes of correcting the behavior, yet this only served to increase his criminal behavior, culminating in the theft of a cargo ship, which he used to initiate himself into the Crimson Fleet. Delgado is a shrewd, clever leader who isn't prone to rash judgment. He keeps a tight rein on the Crimson Fleet, but he's given his pirates enough latitude to do what they do best. Okay. And Naeva Mora. The only person out of the three here that we've actually met in person is Adler, so I'm curious to actually meet Naeva and Delgado, obviously, but Naeva in person especially. Personality: short-fused, temperamental, intense, incendiary. Naeva Mora was born and raised in Neon and orphaned at a young age. She spent most of her youth getting arrested for crimes ranging from simple assault to grand larceny, and was a frequent visitor at the Sysdef prison. At 22, she stowed away on a transport to Aquila City, was eventually recruited to the Crimson Fleet. Addendum: as more information. I think this is the same thing as before, so... Alright, there you go. A little bit more background info on our Crimson Fleet friends. Now, just taking a look. Do we have any skill points to spend? No. Okay, well... scrap that. I was hoping to be able to spend a little bit upgrading our character.
Do you think Solomon Coe would have liked me?
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to his grandpa,
longer, Doc.
Solomon Coe
You're
would
free.
have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Alright, so let's go out to the star map and let's see where we need to go to. Crix. Okay, that is actually quite the far location. Have we ever been to Crix before? I can't remember now. Okay, I've just realized, but from the star map, you can actually see the different factions that might be occupying that star system, or governing the star system. Let's jump. Gonna need a little bit of juice in the grab drives.
Let's see what there is to see.
Okay, so if we're in the Crix system, is it safe to assume that every ship in this place is Crimson Fleet, or what's the deal? Yeah, okay, that's a Crimson Fleet ship. Interesting. Let's just take a look at where we are here. Okay, there's not too much going on in this system, really. There's just the one gigantic planet. I'm not entirely sure if this is a rocky planet. It might be. Let's scan it. Okay. The lock. I have no idea what that is, but then there are all these moons of this planet. Interesting composition. Okay, interesting names for these moons as well. One being ice, but anyway. Getting a little bit distracted. Let's try and make our way to... I guess they've got this space station. I mean, it looks in pretty decent repair as well.
The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
Alright, well, let's dock.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Okay, let's board.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Good day, Captain.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K.
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock
If you're
me out.
stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Oh, God.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Why, did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Had my own affairs to deal with.
I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
The Crimson Fleet took over an entire UC star station?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
I bet it really pisses off the UC that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Okay. Let's follow her in.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Radley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
That's the most clever security measure I've seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Wow, that is really screwed up. I bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Time to make those creds.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know. Smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Okay, sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Alright, well, we're about to meet Delgado, but I'm surprised that they're not suspicious of us already since we're wearing the UC Vanguard apparel. But anyway, perhaps maybe we do want a change of clothes, you know, to sort of look the part and not look so suspicious, you know, like with the patch and everything. But anyway, guys, it's definitely been more than an hour here, so I'm going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll finally meet Delgado, get his blessing, and we will be a part of the Crimson Fleet. And then maybe things will start heating up a little bit more as we try to dig for information. I don't know how we're going to gather all of this evidence, but I'm sure there's going to be a way. Anyway, I'm signing out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.